People of Earth, good evening. Today is July 1st, 2024. Welcome to Star Nation News edition 37. Here are the developments of the current galactic events that affect the future of Earth as a planetary civilization. In this week's edition, Ea will deliver a beautiful, inspirational message of guidance. And High Commander Thor Han Eredyon clarifies some points in the information he provided regarding the revelation of Earth's secret space programs. And he delves into the life of Maria Orsic, her connections to various off-world organizations, and the programs she was involved in. In his statement from June 17, 2024, High Commander Thor Han Eredyon mentioned some important information that is the missing link between the Sikaar reptilians from Alpha Draconis and the messages in ancient Sumerian or Anakh received from Maria Orsic in 1917 from the Aldebaran star system in the Taurus constellation. Thor Han said, quote, "The Sikaar worked hand in hand with the descendants and followers of Enlil, who was at the root of all the dark secret societies. The Sikaar and the dissident Anachim or Anunnaki, as you know them, were bound by Enlil's rule, for he was half Sikaar through his mother and had deep, powerful ties to the Sikaar Empire. This is why the information received by the Aldebaran Anakh colony was given to Maria Orsic in Sumerian. This is your missing piece of the puzzle." End of quote. So now let us listen to more information on that particular subject by Thor Han Eredyon. Jada, which you call Aldebaran, has always been a problem for the Galactic Federation of Worlds. This star system of 13 worlds is home to several major civilizations, most of which are humanoids with various agendas. We recently parted ways with one of these civilizations, the Jadai Anachim. They were one of those rare cases of dual alliance under the protectorate of the Anakh Empire. The Jadai Anachim, also known as the Jadai Anunnakini, were also members of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, until recently. Being under two protectorates at the same time can be tricky for a civilization at times, and the Jadai played it cleverly. They never broke the rules of the Prime Directive, but they got around it by using the Dayakura, the Anakh version of it. Unfortunately, we had to let them go a few years ago, and they were too much trouble. The reason why for that decision was also their connection to the Sikaar Empire. You see, the Jadai always supported Anakh Prince Ea, or Enlil, as you know him, from the very beginning. Their loyalty was to him, and they benefited from his agenda. Ea, let us call him Enlil, for it will be easier for those who will listen to this communication, was the heir of the imperial house of Anu at that time. And his mother was a local Uruanna Sikaar queen. Her name was Tia. Whatever the seat of the Sikaar Empire on Tuban or dared Tia to do, she would make Enlil do it. And because Emperor Anu had been tricked, the Anakh Empire couldn't oppose any of these decisions under the threat of a massive war between the two most powerful empires in the galaxy. Anu never wanted to risk the trillions of lives of his subjects. The role of a leader is to protect the weak and provide a safe environment. So as long as he could keep the peace, Anu turned a blind eye to his son Enlil's actions. Around the 1930s, we do not know exactly the date when these secret meetings took place. The Sikaar Empire made a deal with a group of Terrans to build and train an army that would serve the Sikaar Empire. In return, this group of Terrans would be given the technology to conquer all territories and become the overlords of the planet. This is how the National Socialist German Workers' Party was founded and financed by the banking elite led by the Anakh leadership of Enlil and his son Ninurta. This banking empire is composed of an elite reptilian royal bloodline descended from Enlil. They are the reptilian hybrid families who have ruled the planet since Enlil won Earth in his war games a very long time ago. An advanced caste of Anachim have this ability to project their being out of their body to appear as ethereal silhouettes, which confers them sometimes the title of Shining Ones. This is how Maria Orsic saw the Jedi emissaries from Anakh Outpost 361 on the 7th planet of the Jada Aldebaran star system appear to her in her own home in 1917. Why her? Because she was originally from Manahai, the Pleiades, and she was chosen because of her heritage and genetic frequency that gave her the ability to receive this type of communication. It is important to remind the public that there are all sorts of agendas and alliances among the civilizations of the Pleiades. When Maria received these communications from Jada Aldebaran in the Anakh language, she had no idea who was really behind this operation. Because of the technology she gullibly handed over to the Third Reich, Maria was offered to run her own program for a time, in cooperation with a light-skinned, humanoid, Pleiadian culture that had treaties of interest with the Sikaar Empire, the dark Anakh secret societies, and the Nazis, and also enemies of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, the Alcyon Tal Shiar. Maria eventually realized what was going on, and though she kept quiet for years, terrorized by her overlords, she eventually left the program. When the new armies of darkness serving the Anakh Sikaar reptilian overlords on Earth unveiled the most despicable agenda, Maria broke away from anything that had to do with it. She realized that she was being used and manipulated, so she fled. Getting away from the evil eye was not an easy undertaking. Maria and her crew of non-terrestrial women were offered a safe escape by the Galactic Federation of Worlds. For her safety, Maria was provided with an anti-remote viewing holographic shield. No one was to know that she was still alive or where she was. The enemy wanted her dead because she knew a lot about them. Maria shared the sensitive, strategic information about the enemy with the Galactic Alliance, specifically concerning the Dark Fleet and their ties with the Sikaar, the Al-Shiar, and the Anakim Dark Overlords. Maria was offered a high position as a consultant in the Earth Alliance, specifically assigned to develop the Solar Warden defense programs. Maria and her team worked with the US Navy as technical advisors. She was given the codename Jessica. She now oversees the training of young recruits for the Solar Warden Starfleet. Now you can better understand who she is. A beautiful person, inside and out, dedicated to the quest for freedom. I have had the rare privilege of meeting Maria during missions with the Earth Alliance. Do not be fooled by her graceful feminine appearance. Maria is a fierce warrior and leader. She has a fiery personality and a long-time female companion who has stood by her through all the trials Maria and her team have endured. Maria is a bright star in our sky and a valuable asset. Anakh Prince Ea, actually stationed on board the Nibiru mothership in the Sol system, in orbit of Jupiter, is speaking to the humans of Earth about gratitude. There is a power unknown to most of you that resides deep within the center of your heart. The ability to exchange a flow of moving energy with your immediate surroundings and with the greater universe. The dynamics of this flow allow you to welcome new energy, new possibilities, but also to allow old patterns to dissolve and merge back into infinity. I speak to you here from the seat of immortality, contemplating time as a whole and an infinity. I see you as you are in the universal field of consciousness. You are magnificent. You are timeless, unique, and yet part of a whole, a fractal of Creator. This flow is called gratitude. Gratitude can only exist with humility. With humility, we accept the knowledge that nothing is due to us, but that everything is a gift. Every second that passes, every single beat of your heart, the drops of blood in your veins, the thoughts that animate your mind, and the sensation of the sole of your feet walking barefoot on solid ground. All of this is gratitude to the Creator. I have long wondered where my footsteps would lead me as I crossed the tempestuous stream of time. But I am here today, looking back and understanding that it was all planned by the Creator for the greater good of the sacredness and righteousness of evolution. I stand here today, speaking to you after eons of exile, while I gathered my strength to be able to embrace my role as who I was always meant to be. My gratitude to the Creator never wavered, even in the deepest darkness of my journey, when the most unbearable sufferings befell me. I knew there was a divine plan from the universe, and that hope was never gone, even when I couldn't see it. It was always there. Humans of Ki, beautiful beings, awaken to your own sacredness. This divine royalty runs through your veins. Express gratitude to the seeders of life who gifted you with golden seeds. Honor your heritage and your potential. I have always believed in you, and I am grateful for your perseverance and intelligence that has brought you to this moment where you have the courage to seek freedom. This is what I have always admired in you, this obsession with sovereignty and independence, because somewhere deep within yourselves, you somehow knew who you were. Even through the relentless efforts of my half-brother to destroy you, even through the eras of occupation, slavery and abuse, you still stand on your feet. You still look up. You still look forward. And that, my beloved children, is what makes you human. Perseverance and resilience is what makes us human. Ea's speech is breathtaking of empowerment. His love for humanity, as he says, has never wavered. He always kept hope in you all. He's a beautiful heart, a beautiful man, a beautiful being. Now let us talk about Maria Orsic. I was looking forward to get elements from Thor Han explaining more about who she is. You know, there was a lot of confusion. Is she someone of the dark, of the light? You know, Well, every human being, even not from this earth, have their own path, their own journey through evolution. Some experience darkness, some experience light, and this makes us who we are. We've all wandered in the dark for a while to find our ways, our road, our path. It happened to everyone, and surely Maria did. She was fooled, she was played by different factions. Even if she's an intelligent woman, she is because she's still alive, she could be fooled, as every one of us, me, you, can be. I have been fooled many times, many times, many times. I believed in someone or something and then realized I was wrong because I should have listened to my first impression. Maria was used by different beings. The Jada'i Anachim or Anunnakini from Outpost 361 in the Aldebaran star system, Jada. These Anunnaki, human Anunnaki, were working at the time with the Sikaar Empire and the dark faction of their people, the faction led by Enlil. Enlil made his own government, galactic government group. It wasn't very powerful in the galaxy, but on Earth it has caused so many damages. She didn't know that at the start. She learned progressively what was going on and who was behind all of this. When she realized that the Honebu craft, the blueprints she was given, were used to foment a war, she was shocked. And she left the project. She totally left it, and she stayed with her women, her group of beautiful Pleiadian women, to work for the greater good of humanity, to connect to their people. They were doing a work as also starseed for the starseeds at the time. They were trying to help a lot humanity, but in Germany, in the 1930s, 20s and 30s, the role of women wasn't great. You know that. Women were only considered as womb to make children, and where they were not breeding children, they would be housewives. And that's how it was there. So it was, the context. We need to think about that as well. It was hard for her. She knew who she was. She remembered who she was. She didn't feel in place. She wanted to make good in this world. It was hard on her and on her friends. Well, she was coerced, then, terrorized to participate to research for the grown people. She finally left and she fled, but then escaping them, as Thor Han said, it's not a great venture to decide for, because they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. So, because she was precious and she was special, and she was not human, she was a Pleiadian, the Galactic Federation of Worlds, because she was a citizen of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, they offered her shelter, and they took her off-world with her team of women on board the ships of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, and to reconsider how they could then perform their mission. Yes, Maria Orsic was the Jessica who worked with William Tompkins. And her team of women, some of them were also with her on Earth, working at the creation of the Solar Warden Program Defense Fleet. They were in total contact with the the instances of the Galactic Federation of Worlds, and also Commander Thor when he came to just check what was going on and how to better organize everything. Maria Orsic, she has protections. She very much protected. Now she doesn't risk anything because she's not in danger anymore, because the Seeker Empire has been expelled from the star system and is taking a real boom. Enlil has gone, is now detained on a prison world somewhere, undisclosed. Even I don't know, and I don't want to know. All I need to know is that he's detained somewhere and he has what he deserves. The Greys have gone. I mean, Earth, the only danger on Earth now is, for the Earth people, is the human minions of the dark societies of that Enlil and Inota created. These ones, Thor Han describes them very well, very well. The families, the bloodlines of the Seeker, Anachim, it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So these ones are still there on Earth, okay? And that's the ones we need to get rid of to pass to the next gear. The Earth Alliance is taking care of doing what the people cannot do, but the people need to stand for themselves, not wait for something to liberate them, whatever it is, even disclosure. They need to stand for themselves. And because we have this power of co-creating our reality, we can just blank them. They're not here anymore. They don't exist. And you know, this is a great power that as humans we have. So Maria is, I've never met her because it's different section of my work. And she's working with Solar Warden. I have nothing to do with Solar Warden. I'm in the diplomatic section and work. So I hope someday to meet her in a corridor. We never know. We never know. She seems very beautiful. I was shown her image last night. Thor Han sent me visuals last night, and so I could see how beautiful she is. And with my videographer, we managed to recreate most approaching visuals of her. She really looks like this. She's beautiful. And so that's it for Maria Orsic. Maybe if you want to know more, I will ask more details to Thor Han. And in the meantime, well, see you next time for a new Star Nation news. And don't forget, in September 27 to 29, I will be in Westminster, Colorado, between Denver and Boulder, for an amazing disclosure conference, JSIC 2024. Find the link to book your seat under this video, and I really hope to see you there. It's going to be something incredible. There are amazing things happening there. JP, the JP, is going to be on stage. Oh my God. David Adair, the great David Adair, will be on stage. It was agreed that because his health is poor, that he would be on Zoom, but you know, he had this conversation with Danny Henderson the other day, and he said, you know what, I want to be on stage. I'll bring people to support me, medical attention. I don't care. I want to be on that stage with where everything is happening. So that was like, wow. So I can't wait to meet this great man. And all the other amazing people will be there, medical experts, contactees, Secret Space Program experiencers. You know now that Jean-Charles Moyen, because he recovered a tape of recordings when he was in the 1980s talking about Secret Space Program, his experience on a local French radio, which was actually a good radio, a very national radio. He's now the first to ever have spoken about experiencing secret space programs. So this historical man will be there, and everyone will be there will be there because we have evidence. This is going to be incredible, and I'm looking forward to this. Everyone, have a nice week. Give gratitude for what you have. Give it back in gratitude and love to the universe and to Creator, because you are a part of Creator. And this is the mechanism of evolution. You create and you give back gratitude. And this is a continuous flow. See you next week. And in the meantime, look up and look forward.
Star Nation News was brought to you by Elena Danan. Don't miss the latest news every Monday on Elena Danan's channel. Video directed by StefZak.